Welcome to our US Briefing Show. Today, we're diving into some exciting international stories. First up, China is pushing back against US freedom of navigation operations, claiming they lack legal grounds and threaten regional stability. Beijing argues that these US activities are more about military strategy than lawful navigation, stirring tensions in the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. Next, South Korea has made a historic move by including Jens Castrop, a German-born player with Korean roots, in their national team for upcoming matches. This is a first for the men's team, and it highlights South Korea's evolving approach to international talent, as they gear up for the 2026 World Cup. Finally, filmmaker Guillermo del Toro is bringing his long-held dream to life with a new Frankenstein movie. Inspired by Mary Shelley's novel, the film explores themes of empathy and forgiveness, promising a deep, emotional experience that delves into the monster's story with stunning visuals and nuanced characters. Please continue to watch for more detailed coverage. The South China Morning Post vividly depicts China's staunch opposition to U.S. freedom of navigation operations, portraying them as a challenge to international law and regional stability. Beijing's recent report dismisses Washington's claims, asserting that the U.S.'s interpretation of international waters and the legal basis for such operations are unfounded and distort the law of the sea. The Chinese government accuses the U.S. of turning navigation exercises into military threats, emphasizing that their activities are primarily aimed at asserting sovereignty over contested waters like the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait, which China regards as its own territory. The report highlights Beijing's view that U.S. operations escalate tensions, provoke accidents, and serve hegemonic interests, especially as the U.S. continues to challenge China's expansive claims in the region amidst ongoing confrontations with neighboring countries like the Philippines. In the realm of sports, the South China Morning Post shares the historic inclusion of Jens Castrop, a mixed-heritage footballer born in Germany, into South Korea's national team for upcoming World Cup preparations. This marks a significant milestone, as Castrop, with a German father and South Korean mother, is the first foreign-born male player to join the Korean men's squad. His selection sparks conversations about nationality, identity, and military service, as South Korea's strict policies often require male players to fulfill mandatory conscription. While Castrop's debut signifies progress in embracing diverse backgrounds within Korean football, it also underscores the rarity of such inclusions in South Korea's sports culture, contrasting with more common practices in China and Japan. Guillermo del Toro's passion for Frankenstein is vividly brought to life by the Associated Press, illustrating how his lifelong fascination with monsters has shaped his artistic journey. Del Toro's personal connection to Mary Shelley's novel and its iconic film adaptation fuels his current project, a grand, emotionally charged adaptation of Frankenstein that he's envisioned for decades. The filmmaker's reverence for the creature's story is rooted in themes of forgiveness, imperfection, and empathy, which resonate deeply with his own worldview. His upcoming Netflix film, featuring Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein and Jacob Elordi as the creature, promises to explore the complex duality of creator and creation, reflecting Del Toro's belief that monsters are not merely villains but mirror the paradoxes within ourselves. His approach emphasizes authenticity and emotional depth, aiming to craft a timeless story that transcends superficial horror and delves into the human condition. The Associated Press reports that President Donald Trump is hosting South Korea's newly elected President Lee Jae-myung at the White House, with discussions expected to focus on trade and defense. This meeting marks a significant step in solidifying the recent trade agreement, where Seoul committed hundreds of billions of dollars to the U.S., and tariffs on South Korean goods were set at 15%. The talks are anticipated to delve into cooperation in manufacturing sectors like semiconductors, batteries, and shipbuilding, with particular attention to the presence of U.S. troops in South Korea and Seoul's concerns over potential increased payments. Lee's diplomatic efforts also included a historic first bilateral visit to Japan, emphasizing unity amid regional tensions, especially given the lingering wounds from Japan's colonial past and the ongoing strategic challenges posed by North Korea and China. The South China Morning Post highlights the dramatic political upheaval in Taiwan, where William Lai's government faced a decisive defeat in a series of recall votes orchestrated by opposition groups. Despite Lai's backing of these campaigns against opposition lawmakers, voters overwhelmingly rejected the recalls. Every petition was defeated 31-0, demonstrating a clear rejection of what critics called political manipulation. The election results underscored the resilience of the opposition Kuomintang, KMT, and Taiwan's political deadlock, with Lai's Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, losing ground ahead of the 2028 elections. The referendum on extending the operation of Taiwan's last nuclear power plant also failed to pass, revealing growing public concern over energy security and a shift in political momentum away from the DPP's anti-nuclear stance. Beijing condemned the recalls as political manipulation, reaffirming its stance that Taiwan's independence efforts are contrary to the will of the people, while the island's internal politics face a period of instability and strategic recalibration. Yahoo US reports that a rare human case of screwworm has been detected in the United States, raising alarm over this parasitic infestation. The screwworm, a flesh-eating parasite usually found in livestock and wild animals, has now been identified in a human, marking a concerning development in disease surveillance. The incident underscores the importance of monitoring emerging health threats, especially as global travel and climate change increase the risk of zoonotic diseases crossing borders. The detection comes amid broader concerns about biosecurity and the potential for invasive species and pathogens to impact public health, prompting authorities to take precautionary measures and raise awareness about the signs and prevention of screwworm infestations in humans and animals alike. Yahoo US reports that Starbucks' beloved pumpkin spice season begins in late August, igniting excitement among fans eager for the return of their fall favorite. The iconic pumpkin spice latte, along with other seasonal items like pumpkin scones and muffins, typically makes its debut in stores across the United States during this time, with Florida locations welcoming the flavors of autumn just as eagerly. The arrival of pumpkin spice signifies the cozy, festive spirit of fall, transforming Starbucks into a warm haven filled with the aroma of cinnamon, nutmeg, and pumpkin, inviting customers to indulge in the seasonal comfort that has become a cultural phenomenon. Meanwhile, the Associated Press details the harrowing story of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a construction worker from Maryland caught in the tumult of U.S. immigration policies. Abrego Garcia, who surrendered to immigration authorities in Baltimore, faces the threat of deportation to Uganda, a country with a troubling human rights record, despite not speaking the language. His case gained national attention when he was mistakenly deported to El Salvador in March and later returned to the U.S., only to be charged with human smuggling amid accusations of gang affiliation, which he vehemently denies. His situation underscores the contentious and often unpredictable nature of immigration enforcement, with the Trump administration pushing for his deportation ahead of his trial, framing him as a threat to public safety, while his legal team fights to clear his name amid allegations of vindictive prosecution. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Insatiable crime in this metal wasteland. Dreams die.